G'day guys, my name's Dave Tran and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. And by request, in this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how to play Like I'm Gonna Lose You by Meghan Trainor and John Legend. This song might sound very complicated, but it's actually not that hard. It's the same chord progression that gets played basically throughout the whole song. The only reason why it sounds so difficult is because there's so many little variations in the finger picking. In this lesson, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to teach you the studio version and I'm going to show you 4 different variations that you can play for that chord progression. Then I'm going to teach you a finger picked version that doesn't have a capo. I'm also going to teach you a really easy strummed version in case the finger picking is too hard for you. And finally, I'm going to teach you guys how to play the guitar solo. So let's start with the studio version. And for the basics, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and a capo on the 5th fret of your guitar. Now, if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. There's also hard copies available at amazon.com. There's a link in the description, so be sure to check that out if you want a physical hard copy. So for the studio version, I'm going to be finger picking the riff, and just some housekeeping on finger picking. Your thumb is going to take care of the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings, and your index, middle, and ring finger will take care of the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings respectively. I want to let you guys know that this song is in 3/4 timing, so it's got a waltz feel. So the count that I'll be using throughout the song will be 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now there's a lead-in lick that brings us into the chord progression. And to play that, we'll just hit the 5th string and we'll hammer on with our middle finger onto the 2nd fret. And then we'll pluck the 4th string, and that's it for the lead in, like that. And then we'll go to our G chord, and our middle finger is already there, so all we need to do is take our ring finger and put it on that 3rd fret of the 6th string. Now that 6th string on the 3rd fret is going to be the first beat of this chord progression, or this total riff. So that 6th string is on the 1, and then we're going to do a slap. Now to do the slap, you're just going to drop your picking hand onto the strings like that. Nothing special. Your thumb will be making most of the noise here when it drops onto the strings like that. And that slap comes in on this beat. 1, 2, 3, 2. And then our next pluck is going to be the 6th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together. But you're going to take your index finger and put it on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And then let go. And then the next pluck will be all the same strings again. And after that, you're going to do another slap. And so far we have this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. Now if we have a count that goes 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, that slap will always be on that second 2. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, slap, 2, 3. So after that second slap, you take your fingers off this G chord, and then you'll pluck the open 5th string, and then you'll use your index finger to play the 1st fret of the 5th string. And then you slide your index finger up 1 more fret, and we get to our B minor 7 shape. And we're going to pluck the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together. And that will be the first beat of our next section. So the first section in total just sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now this B minor shape is going to be quite similar. So we have that 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings on the 1 beat. You're going to slap at that same position, and then we're going to play the bass note by itself on that 3 beat, and then pluck the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together on that 1 beat. And then we're going to slap again, and then we play another run of 2 single notes, which is just the 3rd fret of the 6th string with our middle finger, and then the 2nd fret with our index finger. In total, that second section sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then the next chord is an E minor, and the picking pattern is going to be quite similar to what we had in the B minor 7. So we're going to pluck the bass note, which is the 6th string here, and the 3rd and 2nd strings together. And then we're going to have a slap, and then we're going to play the bass note, and then the bass note, 3rd and 2nd strings again together, and another slap. But after this, there's no 2-note run. We're just going to play 1 single note on that last beat, which is just the open bass note. So the E minor section will just sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then we get to our C chord, and we're going to play the bass note and then pluck the second and third strings together. Then the bass note's going to be held out for 2 beats, and the second and third strings will be played on the third beat. So 1, 2, 3. Our next chord shape has a really long name, B minor 11 add 9 or something along those lines, but we're just going to call it B minor for the sake of this lesson. And to play this from the C chord shape, you're just going to take your ring and middle finger off, and your middle finger will go on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then we do the exact same thing with this B minor sort of shape that we have. 2, 2, 3. And then we do the exact same thing with our A minor 7, 2, 2, 3. And then finally we do the exact same thing with this A minor 7/D, but our bass note will be the 4th string. So you'll pluck that for 2 beats and then the 2nd and 3rd strings on the 3rd beat. That last run of 4 chords will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And in total, our whole riff will sound like this. So that's the first variation of playing that whole verse riff. And all the others I'm about to teach you are very similar. They use the exact same chord shapes, but there's minor tweaks here or there. So let's get to variation 2 of this verse riff. The chord shapes are all exactly the same. Now the only difference for this first G section is that the first pick will be the 6th, 3rd and 2nd strings at the same time. That's it. The B minor 7 section is exactly the same. And when we get to the E minor, things will change a little bit here. So we're going to pluck the 6th, 3rd and 2nd strings on the first beat. We're going to do the slap. Then we're going to do the bass note by itself, and then the bass note, 3rd and 2nd strings. We're not going to do a slap after this. We're going to lift our middle finger up off that 2nd fret, and we're going to pluck the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings where that slap beat would have been. So for the E minor, it'd sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And for the last section, we're going to be doing a bit more picking here. So for the C chord, we'll pluck the 5th string, then 3rd and 2nd, and then we'll continue that pattern for this B shape. The same for the A minor 7, and then the same for the A minor 7/D. So we'll just play the 4th string for the bass note here. And those last 4 chords sound like this. So the second variation of this verse riff will just sound like this. Okay, now we get to the third variation of this verse riff. And again, understand that the chords are exactly the same. We're just doing little variations of the riff here and there around the chord shapes. So this third variation is going to be exactly the same as the second variation, except for the E minor shape. We're going to be doing some more picking here. So for the E minor shape, we're actually going to start by picking the 6th string and the 4th string at the same time. Now this is the only exception where your index finger will go and pick another string, in this case the 4th string. That's because our thumb's already plucking another string, so it can't be at the 4th string. So we pluck the 4th and 6th strings at the same time, and then we go 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, 2nd string, and 3rd string. We're pretty much going down and then back up. And then we hit the bass note, and then we go and do that again. 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And that whole E minor section will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And in total, the third variation sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Now the fourth variation is going to be basically the same as that third variation, except we're changing that E minor back to the pattern that has the slap in it. So in total, this fourth variation will sound like this. Now in the video playthrough at the end, I'll play through each one of those variations, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I'll just keep repeating number 4 over and over and over again. Now you can mix and match any of them as you like. Basically, you could play that first one and repeat it over and over for the whole song if you wanted to. But I thought I'd show you 4 different variations that you can play to mix and match around, so it doesn't get too boring playing the same thing for a whole song. Now I'm just going to quickly play each variation one after the other with the metronome, and I'm going to have a close-up of my picking hand so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now I'm going to show you a finger-picked version that doesn't require a capo. Now this isn't as accurate as the studio version, but I'm just going to show you one riff that you can play without a capo, and you can just repeat this over and over for the song. For this finger-picked version that doesn't require a capo, we're going to start in the C chord, and you're going to be plucking the 5th string and the 2nd and 1st strings at the same time on the first beat. 1. And then we're going to have a slap, and again this is going to be on that same beat for all the slaps in that studio version. So 1, 2, 3, 2. And then for our next pluck, what we're going to do with this C chord is our index finger is going to basically come down on that 1st fret of the 1st string as well. And then you're going to pluck the 5th, 2nd, and 1st strings together. And then you're going to take your index finger up again, so lift it up from that bar to allow it to be an open string again. And we're going to pluck those same 3 strings. And then we're going to do a slap. And then we have 2 small notes after that 2nd slap, which go the open 4th string and then the 1st fret of the 4th string. And that whole first section sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And then we're going to get to an E minor 7 chord. So index and middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th string, and your pinky will just go on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. We're going to be plucking the bass note, so the 6th string, and the 2nd and 1st strings together as well, like that. And then we're going to do a slap, and then we're going to pluck the bass note by itself, and then the 6th, 2nd, and 1st strings together again, and another slap, and then another 2 short notes. And these 2 notes will be the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and then down to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And that second section sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And then we're going to go to an A minor chord. And we're going to be plucking the bass note again and the 2nd and 1st strings together. 1. And then you're going to slap on that same beat, and then we're going to pluck the bass note, so with the 5th string, and then pluck the 5th, 2nd, and 1st strings together again. Then we're going to slap, and on that last beat, we're not going to hit 2 notes, we're just going to hit that 1 note, and that's going to be the open 5th string. So that third section altogether sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And for our next position from this A minor shape, we're going to leave our index finger where it is. We're going to lift these two fingers and take our ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. We're going to pluck 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. And then the next position, we'll take our middle finger and put it on the 2nd fret there of the 4th string. We're going to pluck the same strings again, 4th, 3rd and 2nd. Then lift this middle finger, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. And then finally put our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And we're going to pluck 6th, 3rd, 2nd. And in total, this no capo picked version will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Now I'm going to teach you a really easy, simple strummed version that doesn't require a capo as well. Now for this super simple strummed version, we have 7 chord shapes. We have C, then E minor 7, then A minor, then we have F, C/E, D minor, and finally G. For the first 3 chords, we're going to play a strumming pattern that sounds like this. Down, 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 up, down. And one more time. Down, 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 up, down. All the timing on that will go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And in succession, it will sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Now you're going to play that strumming pattern twice for the first 3 chords. And for the last 4 chords, our strumming pattern is going to change a tiny bit. It's just going to be down, down. But that first down is going to be held out for 2 beats. So 1, 2, 3. And in succession, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So the last 4 chords will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And in total, the full chord progression that you can just play throughout the whole song will sound like this. So now I'm going to teach you how to play the solo in this song, and for this you won't need the capo at all. So to start this solo, you're going to take your ring and pinky and put them on the 5th fret of the 3rd and 2nd strings. You're going to have your index finger here ready on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So you're going to pluck these 2 5th frets 3 times. And then we're going to lift our pinky and your index finger will be there ready to go. We're going to pluck that once. And on the next pluck, you're going to pluck it again, but you're going to hammer on with your pinky to that 5th fret again. And so far we have. And then we're going to do something very, very similar, except we're going to change positions a little bit. Instead of having our ring finger here, we're going to have our middle finger on that 4th fret of the 3rd string. Everything else is exactly the same. You're going to be playing with your pinky finger here, and we're going to hammer on from our index finger on that last pluck. So 3 times in this position, and then lift your pinky once there, and you're going to pluck it again and then hammer on to your pinky. And altogether, that second position. Now in the solo, you'll hear some other guitar stuff going on, and that's a separate guitar playing another guitar line, so I'll teach you that separately. So after that, we're going to slide up to the 9th and 10th fret. So you're going to play the 9th fret of the 3rd string with your middle finger and the 10th fret of your 2nd string with your ring finger here. And you're going to have your ring finger here on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. And your index finger will be ready to push down on that 8th fret of the 2nd string. So we're going to pluck the 2 strings together 3 times. Then lift our ring finger, pluck that once. and then pluck it again and hammer on back to the 10th fret. And those 5 plucks together. With our middle finger already on that 3rd string, we'll slide up from 7 to 9th, and then our index finger will bar the 8th fret here, and we're going to pluck the 2nd and 1st strings, so that'll sound like this. And then with your ring and pinky finger, you'll place that on the 10th fret of the 3rd string and the 1st string. And here you're going to have to do some hybrid picking. So you're going to be plucking the 3rd string, and at the same time with your ring finger you'll pluck the 1st string, like that. So you're going to pluck those 2 strings and slide up to the 12th fret for both fingers. And then we go back to 10th fret. We're going to pluck those 2 strings. Then your middle finger will go down to the 9th fret and your index finger will go to the 8th fret. And we're going to pluck those 2 strings again. Then after plucking these 2 strings, you're going to take your index finger and put it back on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. You're going to pluck the 3rd and 2nd strings together and hammer on with your ring finger onto the 10th. Then let that go and pluck them 2 again. And then you're just going to pluck the 9th fret by itself, but slide down to the 7th fret. And then with your index finger go to the 5th fret and then hammer on and pull off onto the 7th fret, like that. And in total, guitar 1 for the full solo. Now for the additional licks played by the 2nd guitar. The first lick is going to be after the 1st guitar plays this. The first lick is going to go something like this. And to play this, we'll take our ring finger, slide from the 3rd fret up to the 5th string, and then we'll go down to the 3rd fret, and then 5th fret of the 3rd string, and then 4th fret of the 3rd string, and all together. And then the second lick from this position, you'll take your ring finger, put it on the 5th fret, slide up to the 7th fret, then play the 5th fret, then go down to the 4th, and then the 2nd fret. And the second lick is just like this. And that's it for the 2nd guitar that you can hear in that guitar solo. Now I'm going to be doing 2 playthroughs of this song. The first one, I'm going to play the studio version. I'm going to play each of the 4 variations that I taught you, one after the other. And then for the rest of the song, I'll just repeat the 4th variation over and over. Because as I mentioned, if you learn just one of those variations, you can technically just repeat that over and over and play it throughout the whole song. In the second playthrough, I'm just going to be playing the easy strummed version with the vocal track on top as well for the beginners out there. So practice, play along, and see how you go.
Myself dreaming in silver and gold, like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows. We were walking on moonlight, and you pulled me close. Split second and you disappeared, and then I was all alone. Woke up in tears, you by my side, breath of relief. And I
Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave your thoughts, comments and questions below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.
I was doing just fine before I met you. Drink too much and that's an issue. Okay. Tell your friends it was nice to meet them, but I hope I never see them again.